Earlier
and it is that thing, and this is exactly, I'm sorry, even today, the provision is there will be one Lokayukta, there will be 4
Why?
and which is identical to the CNG.
Why?
It is identical. You have deputies working under CNG also. And CNG is a constitutional body.
The secretary is Lokayukta.
One second, please. Please.
Or no, what sort of an amendment that we have? We have former chief secretaries and the secretaries as Lokayukta. Therefore, once this secretaries are retired or have resigned, again they will be reinstated to the position and they will sing to the tune of the elected executives.
The person is showing his desperation in not letting me complete. And this gentleman needs to be reined in when I am speaking, because I am speaking a very technical point and he
Mr.
can answer it back. Today, the question is, Mr. Yagnik, allow me to complete or make a correct statement.
But can I complete my question?
There is
I have to complete my question. Mr.
Lokayukt with 4 Lokayukt.
1 minute, Meenakshi Lekhi, please. Mr.
Yes.
Yagnik.
Oh, no, I can hear.
I'm 1 minute. Please, I am not in the business of reining in people and all. I'll just complete my argument. My argument was this, Meenakshi, that in Delhi when they wanted to, look at it conceptually, okay? Conceptually. You're a very, very intelligent person. You know that there is a flaw in your argument. In Delhi, when the CAG is made multi-member, Ravi Shankar Prasad takes serious objection to this disturbing attempt by the government. We seriously apprehend the remark of the minister. There is a conspiracy in this and all that. However, the same BJP has no qualms in making the Lokayukta in Gujarat a multi-member body. If there was no merit in the government's pitch, why should a body led by a man that you are opposing, just like the government is opposed to Vinod Rai, have multiple members? The basic difference between the earlier and the Basic difference earlier and previous Lokayukta bill is exactly what you criticized in Delhi a few months back. Am I wrong? 1 minute. Ami Yagnik, am I wrong? Let's get Ami Yagnik in, then I come back to you. Ami Yagnik.
Okay.
What is the impact of making the... Why is the Narendra Modi government making the Lokayukta multi-member body, in your view?
Now, first of all, why this bill is needed is a very simple answer, that you have to look at the intent of the government and the ruling person, that no corruption issue should be investigated in Gujarat. Whatever happens, you have exhausted all remedial measures. Gone to the Supreme Court, you have gone for a review petition, a curative petition, and now when the Supreme Court says, please have Mr. Mehta as the Lokayukt, you suddenly come up with this bill and take all the powers to yourself so that you do not fall into the ambit of being investigated or probed for those 17 scams, those numerous scams which involve 1 lakh crores of rupees in Gujarat. Because corruption is going to be an issue as far as Gujarat is concerned. So you take all the power to yourself, dilute the bill, weaken an institution so that no common man can go there, and make it in such a way that no complainant also will dare to go, because you put penal provisions, you put fine provisions in the act, in the bill, and see that you bring people whom you think are suitable for the selection committee. You give away the primacy of the Chief Justice and the Governor. You see that they are not there, and everything is done by a selection committee of a minister sitting, a leader of the opposition sitting, some 2 experts sitting, and you decide who will take the case. If the case goes before the Lokayukt will have to take the permission of the Chief Minister in order to see that the case proceeds. Even after the case is over, the permission is to be sought that now the case is over. What kind of an institution we are trying to bring?
Prashant Bhushan.
Only to see that some is got to the ruling person, and somehow that
Prashant Bhushan to Meenakshi Lekhi. Prashant Bhushan to Meenakshi Lekhi. Meenakshi, I'm coming back to you. I just want to get Mr. Bhushan back into the debate. Mr. Bhushan, I asked Meenakshi Lekhi this, that why is the BJP opposing CAG becoming a multi-member body and saying it will weaken the institution in Delhi, but doing exactly the same thing in Ahmedabad? What is your view?
No, it's absolutely clear that what Mr. Modi is trying to do is, first, they have not allowed Mr. Justice Mehta to function. Now, even if they allow Justice Mehta to function after this new bill is brought, they will rein him in by appointing 4 Lokayuktas, so thereby diluting the powers of Mr. Mehta, precisely what they were opposing in the case of the CAG. I actually, I am pitying the BJP leadership today that they have been placed in such a position of discomfiture that despite the fact that Mr. Modi has put a black paint on the faces of the BJP leaders by this action, by bringing this kind of Lokayukta bill, but because they have anointed him as the supreme leader of the party, as the prima donna of the party, and have even appointed his right-hand man, Mr. Amit Shah, who is facing a murder charge, all kinds of extortion, murder charges, etc., in a Supreme Court monitored investigation, who was not even allowed to come to Gujarat. He has been appointed a General Secretary of the BJP. Such is the state
that's
to
not
which
relevant
the
to
BJP
this.
leadership has been reduced to.
That's not relevant to this. The only thing relevant is, the relevant thing is, Meenakshi Lekhi, that you have made you have come out with a lame duck Lokayukt. A lame duck Lokayukt.
It's absolutely
with
incorrect.
huge government control, very limited transparency.
I need to be on another debate. Can I control?
Please, respond to Prashant Bhushan.
Okay, it's incorrect I'm responding. By reducing its own power under the Constitution, by reducing its own power, because as per the Constitution, the governor is supposed to act on the Council of Ministers. Here, Council of Ministers has surrendered its power to a select committee, and that select committee is constituted of opposition leader. It's constituted of Chief Justice, it's constituted of Vigilance Commissioner and a member of the Council of Ministers and the Chief Minister as the chairperson. So saying, in fact, on the contrary, transparency has increased by bringing himself. I'm not avoiding, and you're not, and please allow me to state it in uncertain terms, that under the scheme of Constitution, CAG is one person and is held by multiple body in terms of deputy CAGs. Now, this is exactly, and it's under the Constitution of India. Lokayukt is another enactment, and under that Lokayukt, there is Lokayukt Act, and there are 4 Lokayukts to assist because the workload. And this is the 13th Finance Commission's recommendation.
BJP said, Meenakshi, that no, Meenakshi, 1 minute, please. I have 2 more minutes with you. Meenakshi, the BJP said that the government was facing embarrassment due to CNAG reports in 2G spectrum, CWG and all these Colgate scams. And that is why they tried to dilute it by making it a multi-member body. Similar thing can be said that you are worried about embarrassment and potential embarrassment at the hands of the Lokayukt, and you are doing exactly the same thing in Gujarat. So, you see, don't look at it only in an Ahmedabad context.
Very stringent. No, I'm not. No, I'm sorry. I have to. I'm sorry, Ms. Yagnik. Let me complete because I'm going to leave the debate. Let me just complete, and then you could come in, please. See, the act which has been made is a very, very stringent provision where if within 6 months no action is taken, it is deemed to be correct. From Chief Minister to the lowest of the low, and sarpanches and even elected members are brought under this.
But there is no Chief Justice in the appointment panel. There is no Chief Justice in the appointment panel. There is no governor in the appointment panel.
Who says that? No. Governor was never. Governor is only supposed to act instead of Council of Ministers. He is now acting on the advice of a select committee which has Chief Justice.
Now you
Chief Justice, and there are going to be 3 judges.
Listen to Aam Aadmi for a minute. Aam Aadmi. Meenakshi Lekhi, listen to her before you go. Aam Aadmi, please, to Meenakshi Lekhi.
I think.
I'm sorry.
Listen to her, please.
The other people are waiting.
1 minute.
I want to say something. A responsible leader cannot make sweeping and untrue statements regarding a governor when such words are not there. So this is very wrong on a debate that is going on. Yes.
This is reported, and Justice Mehta's connection with CPJ, etc. is all very well recorded. These are documented facts. He was involved in a land scam in Rajasthan. I am not making any sweeping statements. In fact, every statement is documented.
Ms. Lekhi, this has not been believed by the Supreme Court.
I'm sorry. This has been believed by the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court has reprimanded. This has been believed. And there's no question of believing. I will put it up on the next tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, the
Please do
note
that.
pertaining to 8 years,
I want
the
you-
manner
I
in which
want you to
governor has
put it on
acted will be on
net
the
today
net.
itself.
And I owe it
Sorry?
to you.
Well,
Absolutely, it will be done.
Sorry?
It will be
Absolutely,
done.
I'm grateful to you. I'm grateful to you, Ms.
Kamla
Lekhi.
Beniwal has done
Please
in 8
do it
years
once we
will
are
be put
free
up on
from the
net.
job.
And I'll send you.
Please do that.
I'll send you the
We welcome that. At least we will have a Lokayukta.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Goswami, one thing I want to add.
Thank you.
Okay,
I
now
know
you
this
see
amendment.
you know, the point is this.
Mr. Goswami,
There is a general view now.
1 minute, Mr. Goswami.
The BJP leader is not on the debate, but you want to complete your point, go ahead.
Yes. This amendment provides a section that if anyone is found to have made a false allegation, he has to undergo punishment of 2 years and a fine of 25,000 rupees. What do you mean by false allegation? Meaning that a simple man, a common man goes to the Lokayukta, makes an application, leveling allegations of corruption, and if he fails to substantiate in accordance with law, that will be found to be a false allegation and he will be immediately inviting a punishment. Do you think that with this punishment clause, any common man...
That's exactly the
with
point,
minimum
Mr.
evidence,
Yagnik. You know,
with a
without
genuine
taking any
complaint, will
position
go
on
to
it, the
Lokayukta?
issue is very clear. No, the issue is very clear. Let's not look at it politically. That's why I want to end with Prashant Bhushan. The issue is clear that the BJP took a certain position on the Lokpal in Delhi. And they took a public position and they used that position to criticize the government. Now, you cannot do one thing in Delhi and then do a completely different thing in Ahmedabad. That is and Narendra Modi is a leader who is seen to
Goswami,
be
this is nothing
pushing
but a
himself to a
political
national level.
expediency
So it's
at the cost of the people of Gujarat and India. Very simple.
well. Last word to Prashant Bhushan.
Let's not have a debate.
Prashant Bhushan, in all the protests
it's a matter
of the
between the Lokayukta and the people.
I know you are busy with the protests on the Delhi electricity front and all, but why do you propose to take this forward?
No, we will certainly take this forward. This is, as we said, corruption is the most central issue so far as our party is concerned. And our party's stand on this Lokayukta has been very clear. We have been saying consistently that the Lokpal must be independent functionally, financially, as well as in terms of appointment,
Truly.
which means that the appointment cannot be controlled by the same government which it is supposed to investigate. And this is precisely what the BJP was also saying earlier when the Lokpal issue was concerned. But now Mr. Modi has done precisely the opposite of what the BJP leadership had been saying, and they are trying to justify it by saying that, look, the Congress also did it, so far as the Lokpal is concerned. That shows not only the double standards of the BJP, but also shows that essentially in their core, both parties are the same. Both parties do not want corruption to be brought down because both parties are in power in different parts of the country. None of the parties want accountability to be enforced through an independent
Mr. Bhushan, on that note, may I just, I'm not trying to make it personal, but I would like to ask you, what about your internal Lokpal? The Aam Aadmi Party had an internal Lokpal which did, you were there, right. You along with Arvind, I think, did a press conference and you said, we'll investigate the charges against 2 of our members. Now, it's been months.
Right. No, see, what has happened is, there's some disturbance. What has happened is that initially our Lokpal took a position that we will firstly investigate only complaints against members of the National Executive. Secondly, we will investigate only those complaints which are made by people who either give an affidavit or who record a statement before a camera owning up the allegation that they have made. Unfortunately, nobody has come forward either with an complaint on affidavit or even willing to get his statement recorded so that he owns up the complaint. Thereafter, it was decided that all right, even if...
We're not exactly debating that, but nobody better than you, Prashant Bhushan, knows that if you want to, you can speed up the process. But truly on the Gujarat Lokayukta, Narendra Modi and his government have a lot to answer for. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on that.